Hi there, Sandra here from the Schwowin's Nest. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm going to be making a cute little pumpkin sign, and I'm going to start out with these natural wood planks that I got at Dollarama, which is a Canadian dollar store. There's 4 to a pack for $1.25. I'm using the round one as my center part of the pumpkin, and then I'm going to be tracing 2 moon shapes or banana shapes, as you can see me doing here. And I'm going to just use my box cutter knife to cut them out. They're just really easy to do because the planks themselves are really nice and thin. I think a pumpkin is probably the easiest thing to create. It's a round circle with 2 moon shapes or bananas on the other side of them, and there you go, you've got a pumpkin. Now you could leave it like this, or you could do what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw out an oval and stick that in the middle of the pumpkin, and then I'm going to add a few little pieces on the top and the bottom just to give it a little bit of extra 3D dimension. This is the one of the extra pieces that I just mentioned, and I'm going to just add a little V into it, and then you'll see how I'll add it to the top of the pumpkin. The shape kind of looks like a mustache, but when I put it on the top of the pumpkin, you can see that it just gives the effect of having a little bit of the ribs on the other side of the stem. Next, I'm going to just trace out an oval, and then I will cut that out of a second piece of the circle. This piece will get cut out and put on top of the pumpkin, again, just to give it a little bit more of a 3D look. I've got all my pieces ready, and I'm just going to glue them together with some hot glue. I also wanted to let you know that this video is part of a challenge. It's hosted by Sonia over at Domestic Diva DIY. She challenged us to do a fall dollar store challenge using only dollar store products, and it could be Dollar Tree, Dollarama, Dollar General, wherever you get your dollar store fix, that's where she wants us to get our supplies from. If you haven't yet seen Sonia's channel, please go down to my description box and click on the link. Go over to her channel, tell her I sent you, and click that red subscribe button. Give her some support. Using some of this Dollar Tree nautical rope, I'm going to just glue this onto all of the seams and all around the pumpkin edge. This will also give me a nice raised border that I'll be able to use for the next step, which I'll show you shortly. When you're done watching my video, I would really appreciate it if you would go down to the description box and click on that playlist link. You are sure to find some really inexpensive and wonderful DIY inspiration for fall, and maybe you'll get some ideas to create some crafts and decor for yourself. Here on my channel, I do tons of farmhouse home decor. It's my favorite style of home decor, but sometimes I kind of veer off into some different styles as well, like some nautical for the summer. If you like this kind of content and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I would really love it if you would hit that red button and stick around a while. It really helps my channel to grow, and since I am trying to create a little home-based business off of my YouTube channel, I would really appreciate your support. So this is what my pumpkin looks like with all of the nautical rope attached. This next step brought back so many memories of when I was a kid. I'm sure all of you at some point or another have used some type of food materials to add to your decorations. I am using a mix of yellow and green split peas, and I decided that I was going to fill in the whole area of the pumpkin that is still the board with this soup mix. Now there is a little black bean in there. I'm going to take that guy out because I don't want him in there, but it brought back so many memories of being a kid and doing this in school with pasta and beans, and of course we didn't use hot glue then, but it was so much fun and I really had a great time doing this. After I burned myself just a wee bit on that first part of the hot glue, I remembered that I have these little silicone fingertips from the Dollar Tree. So I slipped one on my finger and that really helped along the way. They're available at Dollar Tree. They come 3 in a pack. So if you don't have any, next time you're out at the store, grab them because they really work well. Check out this pumpkin. Is that not the cutest thing you've seen in a while? It was so much fun to do, and I really love the look of it with all the muted colors. I'm just taking some hot glue and adding a cinnamon stick for the stem. I'm also adding an orange oak leaf that is from the Dollar Tree. They come 5 in a pack, and they do have different colors, I believe. I've seen just regular burlap brown, they have this orange, and I think they also have a burgundy color. I really like how this pumpkin is turning out, but I thought with that nautical rope, you can't really see it now. So I thought I'll just take a little bit of my chalk paint and a tiny brush and just brighten that rope up just a wee bit. I'm also going to do a little dry brushing on the leaf. One other thing that I wanted to do to the pumpkin is seal it with some Mod Podge because I don't want any of those little split peas and beans and things to fall out. I want them to be nice and secure. So a pretty thick coat of Mod Podge is going to go on this, and then I'm going to set it aside to dry. The second part of my DIY is using this little piece of pallet wood. This was a purchase from Dollarama, which I believe I said earlier is a dollar store here in Canada. It's already been painted white. It was $4 for this wood. It's 11 by 11. And I'm going to be taking some chiffon cream Rust-Oleum chalk paint and just giving it one coat. I don't want it to be bright white. I want it to be a little bit of an off-white or an antique white, and the chiffon cream gives me that look. Next, I'm taking a dry brush and I'm using a color called Mushroom. I think it's called Mushroom. It's just some latex paint that I turned into chalk paint using some baby powder. If you're interested in learning how to create that chalk paint recipe, it will be down in my description box, and you can use any type of paint to create this. It can be acrylic paint, it can be house latex paint, whatever you've got on hand. I just wanted to give this a little bit more of a rustic and weathered look. I'm dry brushing another color on top, and this is called Hauser Light Green. It's just an acrylic paint. Again, I've turned it into a chalk paint, and I just want to give this a little bit more color, so I'm just going to dry brush a little bit of green all over the palette as well. On this sign, I want to write the words, "Hello, Pumpkin." So I'm starting with my fine tip CraftSmart paint pen, and I've masked off a line so I can make sure that my letters are nice and straight. And I'm just going to be using just up and down, very simple font, kind of Ray Dunnish, and I'm just going to freehand the word hello. I'm penciling on the word pumpkin in a little bit of a script, sort of, I don't know. It's just stuff that I've learned along the way, and I can't really say exactly what kind of font I'm using. I just kind of freehand and go with the flow and see how things turn out. This paint pen is the same CraftSmart brand, but it's the chisel tip. I've got both of these listed in my description box, and you can find them at Michael's in Canada and the US. Here you can see I've done some thicker strokes with my thick paint pen, and now I'm coming back with my fine tip and just doing some extra embellishments just to make this look like it's been stenciled on. Now I'm going to be working on adding the pumpkin to the sign, and I've got this, I don't know what it's called, but I guess it's not really peat, but anyway, it's the liner for this hanging basket. I'm just going to cut a piece off, and I'm going to kind of break it apart a little bit and make it look like it's moss where the pumpkin is sitting. I wanted the pumpkin to be raised up a little bit on the board, so I'm using 2 of these blocks from the Tumbling Tower game that's available at the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to hot glue them on, and then I'll hot glue the pumpkin on top of that and put that mossy stuff underneath, and it's just going to turn out so cute. I really love this whole concept of this sign today. I'm really excited about it. I also added a piece of nautical rope to the back so it could be hung on a wall. And here's how the finished sign looks. I'd like to thank Sonia over at Domestic Diva DIY for hosting the challenge today. If you'd like to stick around, I'd love for you to hit that red subscribe button and the bell to get notified when I upload new videos. Thanks so much for watching to the end. Bye for now.